Some games don't need giant maps or endless side quests. They stay focused, tell their story, and keep you locked in the whole way. These are the 10 best linear games. No distractions, just unforgettable moments from start to finish. And number 10, Inside. This one isn't loud. It doesn't shout for your attention. It just starts. You wake up in a forest, no voiceover, no objective markers, nothing. You just move, and somehow, without saying a word, the game makes you feel everything. Fear, curiosity, tension. You sneak past mass figures, watch people being controlled like puppets, and run from things you don't understand. But you keep going because the world pulls you deeper and deeper. The puzzles are smart, but they don't feel like puzzles. They feel like survival. You're not solving for fun. You're solving to stay alive. And that ending? It doesn't wrap things up. It cracks your brain open and leaves you sitting in silence, trying to figure out what it all meant. It's not long, but it sticks with you. Inside doesn't just tell a story, it traps you inside one. At number 9, A Plague Tale, Innocence. This game isn't about power, it's about fear and what you do when you got someone else depending on you. Amisha is just a girl. Her brother Hugo is sick and helpless, and the world around them is falling apart. The plague is spreading, rats are swarming like rivers, and the Inquisition will kill them without hesitation. You're not fighting armies. You're hiding, solving small problems in a big, scary world. But the bond between these two kids is what makes the game so powerful. You're not just trying to finish the level. You're trying to protect someone you love. The gameplay is simple, but when every decision feels like life or death, that's all it needs to be. The world is beautiful in the most haunting way. There's no comfort here, just survival, and the hope that maybe, somehow, you'll see daylight again. It's emotional, tense, and deeply human. At number 8, Control. Control is like walking into a dream you can't wake up from. The moment you enter the bureau, nothing feels real anymore. Walls shift when you're not looking, objects whisper in your ear, and your own memories betray you. You play as Jessie, searching for her missing brother. But that search turns into something much bigger. You become the director of a place that bends reality like paper. The gameplay is wild. Floating through the air, ripping chunks of walls to throw at enemies, using a gun that transforms in your hand. But what really pulls you in is the mystery. You don't always understand what's happening, but you want to. It's confusing in the best way. Every file you read, every creepy message you find, it builds this feeling that the universe is bigger and weirder than we thought. Control doesn't just give you powers. It gives you questions, and it trusts you to keep chasing the answers. At number 7, Black Myth, Wukong. From the second you pick up the controller, this game feels different. It's not just the visuals, though those are insane. It's the weight behind every move. You play as the Monkey King, a legendary figure. But this game doesn't let you feel invincible. You earn every victory. The enemies don't go easy on you. Bosses are massive, fast, and unpredictable. But that's what makes the combat so satisfying. It's not about mashing buttons, it's about understanding your enemy. Timing your staff perfectly. Moving like a warrior, not a brawler. The world feels pulled straight out of a myth. Glowing forests, haunted ruins, twisted creatures that seem like they came from ancient stories. And the game makes you feel like you're walking through history, through legend. But underneath all the magic and chaos, it's still about discipline, about learning from failure. Black Myth doesn't just look stunning, it plays with purpose. At number 6, Resident Evil 4 Remake. There are a lot of remakes out there. Most of them try to polish the surface. This one, it rebuilds everything from the ground up, and somehow still keeps the soul of the original alive. Leon feels smoother, but still grounded. The horror? Way more intense. That first village scene? Still terrifying. The difference is, now it feels more personal. The enemies are smarter, more aggressive. The world feels tighter, but not smaller. It forces you to be efficient. Every bullet, every herb, every upgrade counts. But the best part? It keeps that perfect balance between horror and action. It never fully leans into one. It just dances between them, keeping you on edge. And even if you played the original 100 times, this remake still surprises you. It respects where it came from, but it's not afraid to do its own thing. and every risk it takes pays off. At number 5, Jedi Fallen Order. This game didn't just give us a Star Wars adventure. It gave us a character who actually felt like a Jedi and hiding. Kel isn't some fearless warrior. He's scared. He's lost. And he's trying to find himself again after everything he believed and was destroyed. The lightsaber combat is clean, deliberate. You don't just hack away. You wait. You react. You think. Parrying a purge trooper feels earned. And using the Force to pull enemies, slow time, or open paths. It all feels natural. But the best part is the world. Each planet feels alive, with secrets tucked away, shortcuts to find, puzzles that reward you not with loot, but with deeper understanding. And every time you meditate to rest, there's that tension. Do I heal and let enemies respawn? Or do I risk moving forward with what I've got? Fallen Order gives you choices. Not moral choices, gameplay choices. And they matter. The story? It's not just about rebellion. It's about redemption. At number 4, The Last of Us series. These games don't pull punches, emotionally or mechanically. The first time you meet Joel, you understand his pain without him having to say much. And then you meet Ellie, sharp, brave, stubborn, and their bond becomes the center of everything. The gameplay is grounded, desperate. You're not a superhero. You're scared, tired, wounded. Every fight is survival. Every bullet matters. But it's the moments between the fights that hit the hardest. A joke Ellie tells to cut the tension. A sunset, a song. Then the second game comes in and flips everything. It asks harder questions. It makes you feel sympathy and rage, sometimes for the same character. It's not comfortable. It's not easy, but it's real. These games don't ask for your approval. They ask for your attention. And once they have it, they never let go. And number 3, Uncharted 4. This isn't just a finale. It's a character study. Nathan Drake has always been charming, reckless, and fun to watch. But here, he's older, tired, torn between the life he loves and the one he promised to leave behind. The game still gives you massive set pieces, collapsing ruins, high-speed chases, ancient puzzles, but the pacing is smarter. It slows down when it needs to. It lets you explore Nate's world in quiet moments. A walk through his house, a memory from his childhood, a conversation with Elena that says more in a pause than most games say in an hour of cutscenes. And when the action kicks in, it's top tier. But it never loses sight of the story, about brotherhood, about responsibility, about finding peace in a life built on chaos. It ends not with a bang, but with understanding. And that's why it's unforgettable. At number 2, Sekiro. This isn't a game you play to relax. This is a game you train for. Every enemy you face is a wall, and the only way through is patience and precision. You're not building stats. You're building skill. One parry at a time. One dodge. One final strike. The world is stunning, from snow-covered castles to cursed valleys, but it's also sad. You feel the weight of a dying era. A land full of warriors with nothing left but their blade and their regrets. And your job is to walk through that world, carrying honor on your back. It's punishing, yes, but fair. Every death teaches you. Every victory feels earned in a way few games ever manage. Sekiro isn't about power. It's about control. And the moment it all clicks, that's when it becomes unforgettable. At number 1, God of War. This is more than a reboot. It's a complete transformation. Kratos used to be rage incarnate. Now, he's quiet, careful, trying, and often failing to be a good father. And that relationship with Atreus is the heart of everything. The gameplay is brutal and satisfying. The Leviathan axe feels like thunder when it hits. But what pulls you in is the subtle emotion. The way Kratos holds backwards. The way Atreus watches him, wanting his approval. Every side quest, every enemy, every god you meet, it all ties back into that story of growth, of fear, of love buried beneath layers of pain. The world is massive but focused. Every realm has meaning. Every puzzle feels like a lesson. And when the credits roll, you don't feel like you've just played a game. You feel like you've been on a journey with 2 broken people trying to figure out how to heal. God of War is perfect, not because it does everything, but because it does exactly what it needs to and nothing more. These games don't waste your time. They respect it. They know what they want to say, and they say it with no fluff. They're tight, powerful, and focused, and they stay with you long after you put down the controller. If even one of these changed the way you see games, let me know. Drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more real stories, more emotion, and more games that actually matter. I'll see you in the next one.